Thank you, HelloFresh, for sponsoring today's videos. What is HelloFresh? HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit. It makes cooking at home fun, easy, and affordable. No matter what's going on in the world, everyone's got to eat. That's why HelloFresh is here to make eating better and easier. No grocery stores, no stressful meal planning, just everything you need to prepare wholesome, delicious meals, all delivered to your door. HelloFresh's recipes are so delicious. They offer so many different recipes to choose from each week to help you break out of that recipe rut. It saves time and stress effortlessly. They cut out the stressful meal planning and prepping so you can enjoy cooking and getting dinner on the table in just about 30 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes with their quick and easy options. HelloFresh can help you eat more sustainably because their pre-proportioned ingredients mean there's less prep for you and less wasted food. HelloFresh is flexible and fits your lifestyle. If you need to add extra dinners or lunches to your weekly order, just throw in some extra proteins or add in some yummy meal complements like HelloFresh's best-selling garlic bread. And HelloFresh is committing to giving back. Last year in 2020, HelloFresh donated over 4 million meals to charity and is continuing to step up their food donations among the crisis that's going on. Go to HelloFresh.com and use the code AmyMaryon12 to get 12 free meals, including free shipping. Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. Today is Friday. Happy Friday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. Today is Gather Your Fragment Friday. Yay, it's the part of the week that we do our big cooking, in this household at least. What I do, I call it Gather Your Fragments because I think that a lot of people over the years that I've been with different moms and different groups of moms, and I realized way back in the day when I had my older, I call them my older ones, we have like 10 kids. So there's a span of like there's 4 older ones and there's like no kids for 5 years, then we had all 6. So the first group of kids, I was home full time with them all the time. And then we started having the extra babies. And then I started going once a month shopping out of necessity because it was impossible to go shopping every week. It was impossible to even get out of the house, period. And so I remember talking with moms and we were talking about dinners. You know, I always ask, what are you making for supper tonight? Because it gave me more ideas because I felt like I was brain dead. I remember there was no YouTube. They didn't have all these things they have now. There was no Pinterest. There was none of that. And I just remember thinking, like, what am I going to make? I don't even know what to make. I remember just like calling my girlfriend. I'm like, give me some ideas for dinner because like I have none. And so I remember sitting around and talking, and then a lot of them were, I gotta run to the store tonight, pick something up, or I gotta go get something, I'm out of this. And I thought, I'm like, you go to the store like every couple nights? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, wow. And I realized I went once a month and that was it. And I had to do with what I had in that once a month shopping. And so Gather Your Fragments is more about like, okay, like today I'm gonna make some food. There might be something I'm missing in one of my ingredients. And so I'll go, I don't have that. What can I do to replace it to make the food still good without having to go out to the grocery store? And so I know one suggestion, I know today I'm going to make some more gnocchi soup because we love it. I have some more homemade gnocchi in the freezer, or gnocchi, whatever you want to say. But I was like, I don't have any heavy whipping cream. So I was like, So I started looking, I don't really have anything. Like I don't even have milk. I have powdered milk, but I don't have like coconut milk. I don't have anything that would half and half, nothing to replace it. And I was like, you know what, we'll try the milk and see how it works. And so just substituting, gathering what you have instead of going out. I know in our area here in Western North Carolina, there is a gas shortage right now, which is crazy. Yeah, crazy. And so I'm just going the minimal that I have to in my car. I have enough gas and I know we'll have enough to get through it, but it's just like there's no gas anywhere. You just can't get any. And so I'm like, no need to run out to the store. So I'm like looking in my refrigerator. I'm like, okay, what kind of things can I make up? We have some eggs left, not tons, but enough that I'm like, okay, I probably won't do any baked goods today where I'm using up eggs because I want to kind of keep the ones that I have just so we can eat those. Like I know I'm going to make egg cups today because they do enjoy those. So I'm going to use some of those up and do with that. But I was like, do I make like some more breads? Do I do kind of things like that? And I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to save those eggs just in case, we can't get out to the store or whatever. I'm not worried. There's plenty of food to eat, but just kind of save those. Just being mindful of what I have to kind of stretch out everything. We have plenty of food. I'm not worried. If we don't have eggs, we will not die. We will still live. I promise you. We still got freezer meals over there to eat up. But just going through my list, I I sat yesterday, I was like, okay, what can I do? So I kind of went through breakfast. I still have waffles from last week. Those are still good, and French toast from when I made some a while ago. So we'll kind of focus on eating those. I'll make some more egg cups because I did like those with the Canadian bacon. And then, I'm gonna do some, I was looking like for treats. I was like, what kind of treats can I do? And so I'm going to make more popcorn because we have a lot of it and they love it. And if I make a big giant container, it'll get eaten. So I might as well do that. And then I'm gonna make more bean donuts because that doesn't require eggs. And we love those chocolate bean donuts, love them. So you just gotta like make them until you're so sick of them. So that's my goal today, is make them until they're so sick of them. But they're good and I don't feel bad that they're eating them. The blueberry ones I won't make today. I usually make those blueberry lemon. Those are good, but like I'm the only one that's really loving those. The rest are tired of them. So I don't need to make a big giant batch for me. I'll eat the chocolate ones. And so that, I'm sitting here looking at my glass dome. It's got my last banana bread on it, but I'm like, that's okay. We'll do the chocolate donuts. Next week when I get some eggs, I'll make more things that like baked items to put in the freezer. So we're gonna kill those chocolate bean donuts until they're sick of those. So I'm gonna make those as my treats today. I have a lot of lemons. The kids have been asking for lemonade, and so I thought, they like just want to squeeze it and mix it with sugar, but I'm like, let's make some real lemonade. So I think I'm gonna make a batch, like a container of real homemade lemonade where you make the sugar syrup and all that. I remember my grandma making that when I was a kid. So we're gonna do that to use that up. I'm gonna make some soups today because I bought big giant rolls at the store. I was in Walmart, was it last week? Last week. Is that where I was? Yes, I ran to the store to pick up a few veggies a couple weeks ago, and they had discount bags of like the big giant rolls, and so I have those in the freezer. And so they love, I made chicken Orzo soup last week and everybody ate it, and I was like, So I don't have the Orzo pasta, but I have other kinds, so we're gonna pull out and make some of that. I'll make a bigger pot because they did like that, and then I'm gonna do the gnocchi soup with a fakey, we're gonna make up a new version. Basically, we're gonna use chicken sausage, skip the chicken, do the gnocchi, some veggies. I have 0 spinach. So I don't know what we'll come up with, but it'll be delicious, I'm sure. So we're gonna do that. I got a bunch of chicken dinners to make. Miss Deb from Deb's Delicious Dishes, she makes fried chicken. I made chicken and put it in the freezer as a freezer meal. I was gonna fry it. I just do not like frying in oil. I don't like it. I feel like whenever I do it, it just splatters grease everywhere and you have like a grease mess. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but I just feel like it's everywhere. So I took my back, I had a freezer meal of chicken that was breaded, and I actually just put it on the smoker, and it was good. It was crispy, but she was saying, she's like, you can just put it in your air fryer. I'm like, oh, genius. So I found another bag of it sitting over here. I'm gonna put that in the air fryer and make that today. And then we've got a bunch of dinners to make, some chicken dinners. So I'm gonna do some sheet pan dinners. So I don't usually do sheet pan dinners. I don't think I've ever done a sheet pan dinner. So we're gonna do those today. So it's gonna be a great day. Lots of talking, and you stop talking and just start with your day. So let's get going. Let's get breakfast done. We'll go breakfast, lunch, and breakfast, snacks, lunch, and dinner. Does that sound good? All right, I got coffee. I'm gonna get myself another cup because this one's almost gone. And we're gonna get going with a Gather Your Fragment Friday. So let's get going and make some food. First thing we're gonna do is egg cups. So I'm gonna take Canadian bacon. I separated this last time because it was a huge chunk. I'm gonna put that, probably do 2 slices in each little muffin pan. I'm gonna do a big giant 24. Is that 24? Yes, it is 24. Because I did 12 last time, and I feel like we could have ate more because I did eat them towards the end a lot more. So I had about 20 eggs. I'll crack in my bowl here, whisk it up, and then I'll just put the ham, it's Canadian bacon, which is ham, thinly sliced, I think. Put the egg in, sprinkle some cheese, gather your fragment cheese, salt and pepper. We're good to go. Bake it, probably do like 350, 375 in the oven. It's gonna be good. Before you start any kind of food prep, put yourself in a trash bag. Can you see what I did? Let me see, hold on. All I do is stick it around my drawer, the edges, and then close the drawer. There's a trash can right here, because otherwise you're gonna walk all the way over there, and that's like 100 yards away when you're making food. So stick it right here, it's gonna get better. Now I line my muffin tins with these because one job that I do not like doing is scrubbing out muffin pans, like at all. Don't like doing it. Like I don't mind washing dishes, I don't mind any of that, but I do not like scrubbing out muffin pans. Do you ever have a job you dislike? That would be mine. And so you can spray your pans really good. If you don't go out and buy these if you don't have them, but they are very cheap and they last a long, like really, really well. I have some that are thicker and they feel like a better quality than the thin ones, but the thin ones do the job too. So I don't like have the exact link of the ones I have because they were gifts, but they all work fine. These just help clean up so much easier. So you can put these in here. If you don't have these, just spray them. Paper probably wouldn't be good because the egg obviously was gonna stick to it and you're gonna get paper in there, but you know, if you don't mind clean out pans, clean out your muffin pans. So I just don't like doing that. All right, let's go add all the ingredients to make egg cups for breakfast. All right, so I gathered my fragments, used up the rest of that cheese in there. Okay, salt and pepper. I have the coarse salt in here and then like it gets stuck in the holes. Yeah, not my favorite. I haven't had a salt and pepper shaker in since like 15 years and I just bought some because I'm like, oh, we'll use them. But I just don't like how the salt gets stuck in here because it's not like the iodized salt, it's the sea salt. That's okay. Do what you can do. All right, so this is good, nice and full. You can see the ham I didn't put perfectly in every single one, but I had enough eggs. That's the key. So let's go put these in the oven, 375 for about 20 minutes. Clean up our mess. Okay, the other thing I'm gonna leave out for breakfast, I'm not gonna make, are these mini bagels. The kids love these for the longest time. I got a bunch and now they're not getting eaten. So it's one of those like out of sight, out of mind. They probably don't think I have them. So I made them into little pizzas last week. They ate them, you know, it wasn't their favorite, but they ate them. So I'm gonna put this out and they do like them with cream cheese. So I'm gonna put this in an area that they see it. So today they either have an egg cup or they'll go waffles or, oh, you can have a bagel. You can even put your egg on the bagel or have cream cheese with it. So kind of like they just need to see that thing. All right. So since that's my breakfast, that's all I'm doing for breakfast. That's okay, right? Yeah, because we have waffles. We still have this. We have toast. They like toast and butter too. So, and then there's fruit. So I'm not worried about making too much breakfast seafoods this week, but I'm gonna make some bean donuts and they can eat that for breakfast if they want to. So the good old-fashioned chocolate bean donuts are delicious, delicious, delicious. So I'm gonna make those. I'll definitely do a double batch, a 3 times batch, 3 times. We'll do 3 times the batch. I think, is that, yeah, thinking of my can of beans, how that would work. So I'm gonna make that. First you mix all your ingredients in the blender, then you add your flour in your bowl here with your melted chocolate chips and it's good to go. So I'll put the recipe on the screen. Delicious. I can't say anymore because it's so good. We've been making it for, I don't know, the last 2 months. That's how good it is. So let's make some bean donuts. Another can. Let me get all my ingredients out of the pantry here. This, I added a little bit more milk because it's about 1 cup of garbanzo beans. I probably had a little over, I'm doing it times 3. So I definitely had like 3.5 cups, a little bit more. So I just add a little bit more liquid, not gonna hurt it. I always forget how much I'm doing, so I'm doing times 3. So I'm gonna add all the ingredients right now. So then you want to melt your chocolate chips. So I'm going to do, it's 3/4 cup for every recipe. If you don't have chocolate chips, you can use, I have used cocoa powder in this before. I have a bunch of that carob powder, but I know it's not as good as chocolate chips. So chocolate, so I don't want to ruin the bean flavor, the donut flavor, because that would be really bad. So I've got mini chocolate chips here. I'm just going to put them in the microwave. Make sure you do a chocolate setting, really low setting. Okay, that's the batter you can eat because it's delicious. Tastes good. I'm gonna put it in a big Ziploc bag here. Use a good quality freezer bag. Otherwise it will explode everywhere, and then you're just gonna pipe it into the donut pans. Super easy, drinking coffee. All right, the egg cups came out of the oven. They puff up real good, kind of push in the middle. People always ask how long. Well, everything varies. So about 20 minutes, push in the middle. Like, see how that's hard. You literally you probably can pick it up. Yeah, like look at, then you know your eggs are cooked. You just wanna make sure when you push, it doesn't get liquidy. So, because then it's the egg. These are done, I'm gonna let these cool. And then I already turned my oven down to 350. I'm gonna fill my donut pans so we can get those in the oven next. All right, so while those are cooking in the oven, I'm gonna make popcorn. That's on my next snack thing. I did popcorn and more cookies. We made these this week, and the kids like went through them real quick. Greg's like, I didn't get any cookies very much. And so last container, I'll bake these after the donuts are done, but I'm gonna make some popcorn here. I like this one, Sal Brie. One of my viewers long time ago, because I used to make air pop popcorn and just not like it. I feel like it's so dry and so yuck. Did it on the stove, just didn't, I mean, it was okay, just didn't love it. Like my husband likes microwave popcorn, and for good reason, because it tastes good, but it's not good for you. So I bought this. This is like transformed the microwave popcorn tasting like thing. It's so, I didn't even say that right. This has transformed the healthier popcorn popping ways. How's that sound? So get these are on Amazon. I have these linked in my store. They're like $12. Awesome. It says in there not to use with oil. I don't know. I read a review and the guy said he did, and I do. So you can tell, I mean, it gets, like look at, you can tell it gets burned from the oil, you know, because it just doesn't wash off. It just transforms the plastic, the rubber. Yeah, that's what happens, but it's good. I use coconut oil. He said that's what movie theaters do, and it makes all the difference. We use regular popcorn oil. Gross. We tried another kind too, like another oil, and it was just not good. But coconut oil, awesome. I do like this much in here. And then we use popcorn seeds. I use about 1/3 cup of seeds. Put it on top. That's it. And then, or actually not it. Popcorn salt. Now this is I like the powder stuff a little bit better. This is more like salt. So whatever you can find. I can never usually find it, so you do what you can do. And that's it. Put in the microwave for your popcorn settings. Greatest popcorn you ever make. All right, we're getting there. I've got popcorn, one more thing popping in the microwave, and that'll be done. We'll have 2 huge containers of popcorn. That'll take us through the weekend for sure. One batch of cookies is out. I put the donuts in the bottom, and I still have cookies. And then what I'm gonna do is put, this isn't really gathering your frag, it's just putting in a container. This is that dried fruit mix that I made. Really, really good. The problem is when it's in this container, like it doesn't get eaten. Why? I don't know. But if you put them in these little containers, these are the Wii yogurt containers. A lot of you ask where to buy these. Someone told me about this. This wasn't me. The Wii, like you type in Wii yogurt, O-U-I, it'll take you to their website, and you can buy these. They're almost, I don't know what the price is, but a good thing because they fit on the containers, and you have a nice glass container to take. So we have a bunch of these, and I'm like, these are great. So I'm gonna fill the mix here into my containers. You know, it's kind of like when you have a big giant container of snacks versus the individual ones. Don't you usually grab the individual ones? That's why we're tempted to at the store, right? To buy all the individually packaged foods because it's easier, right? Yeah, so when it's in a big giant container, not so easy. You're like, you have to get a container out. I know it's so hard, same place. But these you can just grab and take. I love taking one of these in the car with me when I go places because then I just spilled stuff. It fills me up. It's good protein in here and I'm not tempted to like, stop at Chick-fil-A, good place to stop and eat lunch at. So I just grab one of these and eat these and it, satisfies my hunger. So I'm gonna fill these up, get that popcorn out, and then we're gonna be done with the popcorn. Just having that out this week will get eaten this up. So that's good. Let's put this in the pantry. I just looked in there and realized I have all those rice cakes. I need to get those out too. It's one of those like out of sight, out of mind things. Maybe. I'll try to remember chocolate rice cakes. All right, so I went to go get my powdered sugar out for my glaze, and this is all I have, 1.5 cups. I know you can make powdered sugar by taking regular sugar and blending it in your blender. It'll kind of get powdery. It does. I might do that if I find that I have absolutely none, but I'm just gonna be very frugal on the glaze for the donuts because this is for one batch, and I've got ×3. So we'll just go real thin, try not to drip it anywhere but on the donuts. So I'm gonna mix this up next. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I put it in my little plate bowl. I'm gonna carefully dip it real little and set it down. I feel like that's gonna work. So all the snacks are done. So now I pulled out my lemons from the refrigerator. I have 8 of these. They're smushy. They definitely need to be used up. I'm gonna be making some homemade lemonade. I kind of Googled a little bit and I was thinking of sugar syrup, but they said just mix it better with regular sugar, like the lemon juice and the sugar. So I'll do that. I know it's good to put lemon slices in there. Maybe I'll slice off a couple pieces, do that. But I know it's gonna make like a small amount, like 1.5 quarts it looks like, which is so minimal. So maybe I'll stretch it a little bit more with some lemon juice. Why don't I do that? Let me do that. I have like very little of this too. But then that way at least it's got a little bit more because I feel like that's gonna be like 1 tiny glass per kid. So let me chop this up and squeeze these lemons.
Right now I'm standing in a corner. I see you from across the room. It's kinda crowded here, but I know you see me too. Everybody's singing, oh, everybody's singing, oh. I don't know what it is about you.
All right, the true lemon people are probably like, Amy, you just ruined that by adding that. I was looking at it going, wow, maybe I got like way more juice than is needed and I can make double, but it was 1 cup of lemon juice, so that's about what I got. So I added more. I had maybe what, 1/3 of a cup? So we'll see what it tastes like. I feel like it's just gonna be so small. It's such a small, puny amount. It'll be good. At least it's something better than nothing. Those lemons are gonna go bad and the kids just keep cutting them and eating them like plain. So this will be good. I'm just gonna stir this here, and then we will add it to our water and see what it looks like. See what it tastes like. That's the key. Oh, Maxine's barking. Maxine, it's good. She's barking. All right, let's go add this to water and we'll see what we can do.
Just say the word and we can leave this place. I'll take you anywhere you want.
These will just get eaten today.
As long as we're together, everything we'll do. You got me going, oh, you got me going, oh. Now I'm moving closer to you, and it's getting dark in this room. Tell me what you wanna do. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you.
All right, homemade lemonade, the best. Like I remember going to, I don't know, was it my great aunt's house? My mom will watch. Somebody had a farm. Somebody had a farm. Gladys, Aunt Gladys's house, and she lived on a farm, a cow farm. And so, milking farm, no, whatever it's called, dairy farm, that's what I'm looking for. And she would have homemade lemonade like this. And I was like, wow, that, because we would have country time lemonade, whatever. And I thought it was so, so good. That tastes like that. That's just a small amount, 10 oranges, or lemons. What is lemons? $4 a bag for this tiny amount. A little expensive, but good and fresh. And we gathered up our lemons. So that's good. So I'll put this in the refrigerator and now let anybody drink it and we'll have it for dinner tonight. All right, so now I'm gonna move on to lunches. I got these big giant bag things. These were $2.99. So they were $1 off. I froze and freeze them. These will be great. I'm gonna put these in the refrigerator. So what I'm gonna do now is make some soups for us to eat this weekend for lunches. So I'm gonna do chicken orzo soup, but it's gonna be chicken. Here's my chicken. I don't know. I gotta go see what kind of pasta I have.
Let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you.
All right, so one of you guys gave me ideas for the frog-eyed salad. All I could think of was a green olive salad, but it wasn't. It's a fruit one. I need to do that, but I don't have the ingredients for that. And I can't remember if this is the pasta for it or if it's the other one. So I'm thinking for the chicken orzo, these little tiny ones look cute. Basically, it's chicken noodle. But would they rather have these? So many decisions, and I don't want to make the wrong one because then they will not eat it. But I'm thinking, what do you do? What do you do? This one? Okay, I'm gonna do this one, right? We'll do this one. So basically I'm gonna put chicken, I have chicken broth up here, I remembered, and then, do I have carrots? I don't even know. Okay, I actually do have carrots, but I'm gonna use a little bit of mixed vegetables because we're gathering fragments. I'm gonna add a little bit of this to it and this noodles, and that's it. Can I do that? Simple, easy. Easy, easy soup. So let's do that one first. That's one soup going, and then when it boils, I will get it good to go. So now the next one I'm gonna do is the gnocchi soup, because I have homemade gnocchi right here, and then I'm gonna put sausage in it because I like chicken sausage. And then, okay, so let me look here. I have these canned soups. I have a bunch of these canned soups. We don't eat canned soup. Why did I buy this canned soup? Because I got sucked into the, what if there's no food and I need something simple to prepare? Canned soup buying. So I bought these last year. We have not touched them. We haven't touched them at all. I think I made one for Greg one time. He's like, oh, that's really good. But we never like just pull it out and eat it. So I'm thinking that today I'm going to make incorporate these into some soups. I think. We're gonna see. So, you know, since it says healthy vegetable, I'm thinking to put this in the pot with the roasted chicken, and then I can add my gnocchi to it. Can I do that? It doesn't have to be a creamy soup. And then we'll see what it looks like and tastes like. I might add a little cream, like milk to it. But that might be good for that. And then I'm gonna come up with something for these because I've got a bunch of these. I literally have a bunch of these. So that's what we're gonna do now. So I'm gonna pour that in here, chop that up, see what it tastes like, and go from there. We're getting creative here. We're using our fragments for sure. All right, we are coming up with all kinds of soups. I went to my cupboard and I'm like, let me get them all out. We got a lot of these potato soups. My kids do like potato soup. I wish I had some bacon, but I don't. But I do have that ham, the Canadian bacon, that stuff. I'm thinking I'm gonna open up all these cans of potato soup, put them in here, in my pot here. I'm using my chicken fryer because I'm using what I have. And then I might have to add some potato flakes, just some things to make it more homemade. But that's how you gather at Fragments. You just use what you have. So we're gonna add all these cans into here for our family. I'd probably get a different pot. I feel like this might not fit. Let me get one of these. This is a huge pot, but it's all I have. So as soon as these heat up and are cooked through and I know they're good, I'll put them in containers, put them in the refrigerator for the weekend. So let me add all the potato stuff to this. It's gonna be great, homemade convenience. All right, that's how you gather at Fragments. Now, when the world comes to an end in a week or two and I'm like, I have no food to make, then you'd be like, Amy, you should have saved that canned soup. But I've had it since last year and no one's eating it. So it's good. This is actually, it looks really good. I will, I might add, well, let's heat it up and then we'll taste it and see how it is. I might add some chicken stock to it, but this will probably be fine. I was thinking I would add potato flakes, but I don't think I need to. It looks really good. So this is an easy way to do this. Let me put this on the stove. Heat this one up and we'll do another one. All right, let's get creative. I have grilled sirloin steak. So I have 4 of these. I'll add some vegetable broth to it. And I've got some meatballs. I'll put some of those in there. And then we'll use up this pasta. Isn't this called, I'm gonna say it wrong, Ditalani? I think that's how it's spelled. However it says, I don't know. I think I'll add that to it. So another soup. See how easy this is? Just gather what you have. It's a great way to like make canned soups a little bit tastier. So, and then I'm using them up, which is awesome. All right, so we're over here doing our soups. This is how you gather. I'm almost like, this is lunch. We can have soup all weekend. That'll be a good thing to have. So this one's boiled. So this was the chicken. Well, this is gonna be chicken orzo, right? So let me just taste it. Oh, that tastes like roasted chicken. Not bad. I'm gonna add a little bit of this to it. Yeah, I know. I know, it's good. Just a little bit for flavor, and then let me get my pasta. How much do you add? All of this? I don't know. Gosh, do I add it all? It's not gonna get that big. And the kids like pasta. Should I do that? All right, tell me, Amy, you shouldn't have done that. I know. I hope it won't be too, like if you use a bigger noodle, it like gets huge. I feel like that's gonna be good. All right, let's let that boil. Okay, let's see, this one should be ready. Almost ready. Can I put the lid on this? I can do that, can't I? All right, this one is going to be, it's gonna be my gnocchi with sausage and vegetable soup. It's gonna be all different. I think it's gonna be, do I add the gnocchi? I should add the gnocchi, right? Let's see what that tastes like. That doesn't taste too bad. But it definitely needs more flavor. Oh, chopped onions. So since it's tomatoey based, I think I'll add chicken to it to give it a little more chickeny flavor because it's chicken sausage. Sorry, I like flavored soups. I like flavored food. I don't like bland things. So this is almost. All these lids. Now I need a bigger stove. I don't ever make this much soup. Okay, another spoon. Let's try it. Oh yeah, much better. Okay, we gotta get that boiling so we can add the gnocchi. Just go back to the spoons. You're good. Oh yeah. We'll let that boil for a little bit there. And then we'll swap it out and do another pot up here. And that's good. We're gonna have soup. So what I'm gonna do next, I was thinking is get my fried chicken. I'm on to dinners. Awesome. Breakfast is done, snacks are done, and then soup we'll have soup all weekend and probably next week. A lot of this, if we don't eat, I can freeze it as well. So what I'm gonna do is Miss Deb told me to take my chicken and put it in my air fryer. Hello, I totally forgot about that. So I'm gonna take my chicken and get it over there in my air fryer and cook it. All right, it was in the freezer, so it was coated, but it's a little bit, it'll be gummy. Gummy, that sounds gross. But is that stuck together? Oh, there, it's a drumstick in a thing. So I'm gonna put the drumsticks in. I need a pan. Do I need a pan? I can just do it, right? I need to find the drumsticks. I was asked, should you get an air fryer? Should I get an air fryer, Amy? For a large family, it's not like feasible. Like, you know who likes his air fryer is Evan. Evan is a young adult, comes home, works late, comes home and throws things in the air fryer and cooks it. That's where it's good for him. For me, I can fit 4 drumsticks in here. Not very good. It's okay for little things like fries and stuff. I want to do a small batch, but in reality, not so great unless if you have a big family. I would have like 3 of these. So, but it cooks. Like, I'm just going to cook it in here instead of baking it because Miss Deb told me to. And I've got all the time in the world today, so it's 25 minutes it looks like for that. It's good. I will put the rest in and keep going. So this, I just need my soups cooking. Hurry and cook soups. All right, we're getting there. Okay, let me wipe up my mess. We'll get the next stuff going while these are boiling. All right, I've got one soup off. I poured it into a different pot to fit in the refrigerator. This is almost boiling. This might be a mistake to add it before. These are the homemade gnocchi. This is really good, like so good. It wasn't good, like when I first tried it, it was kind of mealy, floury, like you could taste it, but after it sat, it was so good. So I'm gonna put these in here. They're frozen. We're gonna make a gnocchi soup with tomato base. That'll be fine, right? We can do something different. Hey, we're trying something, that's a good thing. Using what you have. It'll be a soup kind of weekend. Added them all, Amy. Add them all! That pasta for the one, that was plenty. I was thinking it was going to be too much. I'll show you that one in a minute. Let that boil. We're going to put the lid back on here. I put the potato one on here. Then I just add a little chicken blend. So this is not going to actually heat up all the way because that's actually really good. So let me get my next one on. All right, the potato. Oh, hold on one second. Gnocchi soup. I was like, it looks like it needs tomatoes in there. This will be very interesting to make because I've always made it the way like Olive Garden. So this will be a lot different. So I'm going to add this in here, diced tomatoes. I feel like that's going to add some good to it. I would have made it like a chicken base, like my original recipe, but this is going to be good because it's going to have like that potato in there, that extra with the sausage. That's good. That's a nice filling soup. I'm going to let this boil for a few minutes. This is good. This is going to go. I'll show you my other soups too. So this is good. Like just kind of gathering up and making like good with what you have. I like it. Okay. Where's the spoon to try? That's good. I mean, it's soup. It's got lots of veggies in there. And sausage. And then I'll use those nice little yellow croutons that we have. Oh, so good. All right, let me take this off. We're almost there. All right, this one's coming along. This, I'm going to put some onions in it. I feel like I should chop up the meatballs, but I don't think any kids are going to eat the meatball soup. I'm going to add my pasta to this. All of it. Do you do it all, Amy? Do it all. Oh, yeah. All right. That's good. Let that boil and then we'll be done with the soups. All right, we are doing so good. Apron's coming off here. You know it's a good cooking day with the dishes cleaned, looks like that. So soup is almost done. This has to boil and then I'll put it over there. I'm kind of letting those cool before I put them in the refrigerator. That's going, the chicken, I checked on it. It looks delicious. Miss Deb, you are correct on your frying your chicken in the air fryer. So I'm gonna make the rest of our meals for the weekend. So this part of today's video is sponsored by HelloFresh. You know what is good about HelloFresh? Let me tell you, like people are like, oh, it's not feasible for a large family, or it's not. I have come across many large families that spend way more in groceries than I do. I have come across many large families that have different situations. I have situations where families, both mom and dad, are working. Yes, and guess what? It's hard to get a meal on the table. It's hard to plan out and do the gather your fragments and to, plan your meals for the week and do all that and shop for everybody. That takes time. That takes time, and not everybody has the time. My situation is different than your situation, and so what I say is, hey, if you don't have time to meal prep, maybe you're not a good enough cook or not a great cook. Hey, I was there too. I have burned many meals. If you ask Greg what it was like in the beginning, yeah, I did a lot of freezer meals. I would do, when we were first married, I did Schwan. Do you remember the Schwan man? you drive that yellow truck around, we would get Schwan food, and it was like already done dinners basically. And so I would eat a lot of that because I didn't know how to cook. It took me time and many, many years to learn how to cook. And so watching videos, watching other people cook, that's great, but not everybody can. So you know why? That's why I like to share HelloFresh. That is why, because you know what? HelloFresh has a step-by-step, like I can come out and do a video and show you how to do it. And the people, like they'll message me and say, can you give me step-by-step instructions? And I'm like, no, I can't, because I just cook and do. But guess what? People like step-by-step instructions right here. HelloFresh makes it simple and easy. All they gotta do is follow the pictures and get it. It's not very expensive for the price per serving, and they deliver it to your home. You don't have to go out and get it. So that is why I have zero problem sharing HelloFresh with you guys, because not everybody is Amy Maryon. And I'm not saying that, like, I don't need HelloFresh. I love HelloFresh. The last box we had of HelloFresh, my kids liked all the chicken. Remember we had all that delicious chicken, and I was like, I would never buy this kind of food. Like, not this kind of food. I would never buy that sort of, I would never think to make that sort of meal. And so, but all my kids ate everything, and they were like, this is really good, Mom. So it shocks you that, oh, wow, there is. And so they have so many different choices, which is good. You can choose different kinds, family friendly. These are the family friendly ones, different kinds if you have different diets, and that's where it's a good thing. So like I said, and then when I say not Amy Maryon, I mean not everybody can be at home full time and has cooked for, how long I cooked for 25 years, 26 years. I don't even know, I've like been cooking for a long time. That's a long time to get practice in. Some of you may be starting out. So this is a great way to do it. So that's why I like to share HelloFresh with you guys. So thank you, HelloFresh, for sponsoring part of today's video. So let's make their food. You know what we're making today? Monterey Jack unfried chicken. And it's like a sheet pan dinner. I've never done that before. So again, this is gonna be great. And this is kicking orange barbecue turkey meatloaves. Like we had turkey burgers for Ashlyn's birthday, and I love them. I thought they were so, so good. So I have turkey downstairs to use, but we're gonna make this a little sheet pan dinner. And this is chicken catsuit with roasted broccoli and ginger rice. So not the drink doesn't come with it. So it's this looks like it's gonna be really good. So we're gonna make that, and then we're gonna eat this for the next few days for the weekend. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. I'll do a little step-by-step real quick, and it's gonna be delicious. So let's make some dinners for the next 3 days. All right, the potatoes are gonna be delicious. We had these before. Remember those baby ones that we had? And they had a lot of good spice on them. The kids like these. So I'm hoping these seem like a little bit softer potato. I feel like they would like them. This has got ranch powder. So we're just gonna put some ranch powder on there. So if you have ranch powder in your pantry, I know I have a big giant container that I can buy at the store for really cheap. That's what you're gonna toss it with. That, salt and pepper. And then we're just gonna mix it up, and we're gonna put it on a cookie sheet, and we're gonna roast them in the oven. These will be good. The kids liked, like we made those mini ones, they loved them, and I feel like I just didn't add enough like spice, where these like come with coated spice, and that's what they like. So let's mix this up and put it on a cookie sheet. All right, so I've never even used panko for chicken. Like I know people do that, I just never have. So I'll be interested to see how this tastes. I'm sure it's gonna be delicious. So all you do is take your chicken and you put some mayonnaise on it, and then mound the panko on top, and then we're gonna put it in the oven on the cookie sheet there. It's gonna be delicious. I'm sure it's gonna be great. So let's do that next. All right, so the chicken is done. It's in the oven cooking. The chicken panko, this is cooking in the oven. The potatoes are going. The green beans are in the microwave. And then this is just mayonnaise and sriracha sauce. So we'll see how that goes. So I'll put that together and show you that meal when it's done. So then the next I'm gonna do is the kickin' orange barbecue turkey meatloaves. I'm gonna prepare all of this and get it ready, and then that way we can put it in the oven when we make it fresh, so that these are fresh and these are fresh. But I'll get everything all together and ready so that when we go to cook it, we will. All right, so the next one I'm gonna do is the Kickin' Orange Barbecue Turkey Meatloaves. I think these are gonna be delicious. Basically, it looks like the same kind of deal with the potatoes. I'm gonna toss them, get them ready, and then I'm gonna put my green beans, I'm gonna toss those as well. And then I'm gonna do meatloaves. So their meatloaves have panko in them, right? Is that what they do? Wait, where is it at? Make meatloaf. Panko, water, barbecue seasoning, scallions, whites, and pepper. That sounds delicious. And what is, ooh, and watch this. And then on top, a small bowl of barbecue sauce, big squeeze of orange juice, and chipotle powder to taste. Taste and season with salt. That sounds delicious. Very good. So I'm basically going to put this all together on a pan. I'm going to use 2 pans. I'm going to use one for the veggies, one for the meat, and then put it in the refrigerator so that tomorrow when we have this, I'll put it in the oven so it'll be fresh. So you can actually make the meal, prepping it and leaving it until I'm ready to make it. All right, the dinners are coming along good. I put the meatloaf in the oven, I put the potatoes on a pan, and I put green beans on a sheet, all cooking separately. That was an orange barbecue sauce glaze. I tried to do the orange in my little lemon squeezer, and I'm like, it's probably just easier to squeeze it, Amy. So I'm gonna clean up my mess, and I got one more dish to make while that is cooking. This is chicken catsuit. Again, something I would not do, so it's definitely, I love making something new. Something I would not do just because I don't know about it is more what I mean. So let's clean up and then we'll do that. So what I'm doing is taking the broccoli right now, and I'm just kind of cutting up into bite-sized pieces, and then I'm going to drizzle it with some olive oil, salt, and pepper, and then I'm going to roast it when the oven opens up. I got the last meal cooking in here first, so we'll wait till that's finished. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, it says to kind of grate the ginger. So now I have plenty of graters since you guys are awesome. So I'm using my little zester. I probably should use my grater, but I'm gonna use a zester. So it works. I'm not gonna put tons in there just in case everybody doesn't love it. And then it just cook it with a little bit of olive oil for about a minute, and then we're gonna add our rice to it. I'm excited to try this because this is jasmine rice. I don't think I've ever had jasmine rice. I might have a long time ago, but I would like to try it again. I always see it in the store and I'm like, do I get it or do I not? So it'll be good to try it. All right, so I made my, look at my apron's going crazy. What I'm doing is they have panko. Panko must be, it's kind of cool because the last one I had panko. So it's kind of like one of those, like they use the same ingredients. So then you know like, hey, do I like this? Do I not? And this should put cornstarch in it. So I'll be anxious to see how that does the coating on the chicken. I'm sure I'll make it a little more fluffier, crispy, I don't know. So basically gonna coat these with sour cream, dip them in the panko, and then we're gonna cook them in some oil. I'm like, just a little bit of oil though. It doesn't say a ton. So hopefully it won't be too splattery. So let's do that. We'll see how the oil does. Remember I told you I do not like the greasy oil. Maybe it won't be so bad. We'll see how it does. I'm gonna finish breading these up so I can clean up my mess because I just feel like there's raw chicken. The stuff in the oven is cooking. It's coming along. So these are gonna be delicious. I'm like, it's always good. Like I said, try something new and then go, like Wow, how does it taste? I can't wait to try everything. So I've only tried like the potatoes, and those taste really, really good. So, okay, I'm gonna keep breading these here, and then frying the chicken over there with the grease. I'll just have a good cleanup. That's all. We'll just clean it up. I think next week is deep clean the kitchen, so we'll probably be in good shape then. So perfect. All right, coat these, and we're gonna keep going. I just realized I looked at it, I forgot to have my garlic powder. Totally forgot to have garlic powder on the chicken. Wonder if you can do it afterwards. Let's sprinkle it on afterwards. We can do that. Let's put it over here on this one. We'll see how that is after. It'll be garlicky chicken. That's okay. That's what happens when you skip a step. It's okay. I'm human. All right, let's fry these up. So I'm still frying chicken over here. I feel grease. I've had grease over my shirt. I see grease. I'm like, didn't I just say I didn't want to do that? But that's okay. You can also put them in the air fryer, and I could have done that, but I thought I'll do it like the recipe says. So the good thing is you could do the alternative if you don't want the big giant mess. The first ones were thinner. They did tell you to pound them thin. I didn't. So the first thinner ones were cooked a lot faster. These are thicker, so I just have to wait. But all the food is done. I can't wait to show you everything that I made. It's going to be good. We're going to have some delicious food. It looks so, so good. And we'll try it and let you know how it tastes. All right, I'm done making all the food. It looks so good. So I'm going to create a plate of it, try a bite, and I'll let you know how wonderful it tastes. All right, so this is the food. Don't mind all my mess everywhere. This is what we got. We've got chocolate chip cookies. That was not today. Here's the soups. Here's the sirloin one. It's definitely cool. I'm putting it in the refrigerator. Very thick. This is the potato one. This is the chicken one that was going to be like a orzo pasta. So the pasta didn't get too big. And this is the gnocchi one. So this is good. Donuts. This will be delicious right here. Here's all the dinner food we came up with. Look at. That's the chicken in the air fryer. These are for this dish right here, the Monterey Jack crusted chicken. This one is for the meatballs, meatloafs right here. And this is the delicious one right here, the chicken one. We're gonna try it on and let you know how delicious that is. Now what else did we do today? We also did egg cups right there. I didn't have to do anything else. We have leftover hot dogs still, and then I have a big empty shelf. I put rolls out, the lemonade, and I got a big empty shelf for all of this food. And then I think we just have popcorn in here. Popcorn with a plant because I was running out of counter space today when I was doing dishes. So popcorn for the kids. Successful, good day. I feel like I've got a lot of food. Those soups are delicious. They taste delicious. I already tried one. Let me bring my camera back here. And then, all right, so let's do the tasting of the delicious, delicious food. Let's do the first one. Monterey Jack unfried chicken. This, I'm like, which one is it? It's this one right here. It's the one with the panko on it. Panko, oh yeah, that's good. And then you got some of that sriracha sauce. So good. What exactly is panko? Because I don't know. Let me finish eating this chicken here and then we'll plate the next part. I have a little plate here. And that has the potato wedges. They're like nice and smooth. And then we had just green beans in the microwave. This one right here, a winner. All right, let's do the next one. Let's do the meatloaf. Kickin' orange barbecue turkey meatloaves. Those are right here. Like I love meatloaf, and you have extra orange sauce if you need it for dipping. This is delicious, so good. And that was just with the ranch. These are good. I had a couple of these already, and green beans with a little of the sriracha sauce because it mushed together on my plate. Okay, this to me is good. I like meatloaf. I love turkey. That to me is good. I can't wait to try more turkey dishes now. This is the chicken catsuit. Hopefully you say that right. I just cleaned my whole stove up. I'm like, okay, I'm wiping all that off. This looks delicious. Oh yeah. That's really good with the jasmine rice. All right, delicious. Yeah, that's a delicious dish right there. Trying to scoop it all up and get one big bite with the roasted broccoli, delicious. So this dish right here, really, really good. Tastes like a good, it's probably Chinese or what is it? Japanese. Delicious. If you guys want to check out HelloFresh, go to HelloFresh.com and use the code AmyMaryon12 to get 12 free meals, including free shipping. Yes, so go to HelloFresh.com, type in the code AmyMaryon12 and get 12 free meals and free shipping. That's awesome. All right, so I am done cooking in the kitchen. I have made everything. I am finished. Delicious. If I had to pick my favorite food, I would say this is my favorite right here. This one's pretty good too. The it's not called matzo. What's it called? Panko crusted chicken. That's really good. So, and bean donuts are always in winter. Lots of soups. We got lots of food to take us through the weekend. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. And remember, check out HelloFresh.com and put in the code AmyMaryon12 for 12 free meals. All right, I'm gonna go. You have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you guys again tomorrow for Abundantly Blessed. And if not, I'll see you back again on Monday for another day in the life. So I'll see you. All right, bye. And then let's go read our psalm for the day. Psalm 100. All men exhorted to praise God. Shout joyfully to the Lord, all the earth. Serve the Lord with gladness and delight. Come before his presence with joyful singing. Know and fully recognize with gratitude that the Lord himself is God. It is he who has made us, not we ourselves, and we are his. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture. Enter his gates with a song of thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Be thankful to him, bless and praise his name, for the Lord is good. His mercy and loving kindness are everlasting. His faithfulness endures to all generations. Have a blessed day.